How much do you qualify for? That's the question that I get asked over and over again. In this video, not only am I going to answer the question, how much do you qualify for, but I'm going to walk you through step by step, a calculator that I have accessible to you so you can walk yourself through how much you qualify for, what based on your income, based on how much you have down, what type of home price you should be looking at. All right, Matt the Mortgage Guy, residential mortgage lender, powered by UMortgage, licensed across the country. If you want to connect me and my team, go to greatmortgagebroker.com. We'll be in touch. If you want to connect with a great agent anywhere in the U.S., go to homeandmoney.com/Matt. In this video, I'm going to answer the age-old question, how much do I qualify for? I want to preface it before I do with nothing takes the place of a bona fide pre-approval. And if you're serious about buying a house anytime in the next, let's call it 3 to 6 months, I really implore you to get pre-approved. It takes a little time and effort on your side. It takes some time and effort on the lender's side as well. If they're going to do it properly, collect your documents, run your credit, get verification from your employer to see exactly how much you get paid and how we calculate that, and then give you a vetted pre-approval that really gives you the peace of mind that when you're out there offering on properties, you actually close on a loan. But if you want to get a general idea, and I know a lot of people do, they just want to poke around with a calculator, that's what this is meant for, right? So I'm going to take you through it knowing that there's so many different scenarios, we couldn't possibly account for all of them. Your credit score might be a certain credit score. The loan product you're in might have different debt to income ratios than another loan product. So this is just kind of a really general tool, but it should give you a good idea, right? So let me get the big dome out of the way, and I'll leave the link down below, umortgage.com/calculators/affordability. You come in here, and what is your budget? You can put in your zip code, and put in 95864, put in your credit score. I think I'm about a 790. Today's interest rates, you can use Mortgage News Daily. Go to Mortgage News Daily, click on mortgage rates, click on 30-year. This is going to give you an average across the industry on where mortgage rates are. As of today, 6.17, right? So close enough for government work when I put in 6.25, but just for fun, put in the 6.17. Now you put in how much you have for a down payment. I was, thinking about an average first-time buyer buying something in the $400,000 range with about 5% down, plus some closing costs. So 27.5 is a good number. And then you take your annual income. Remember, this is your gross. If you're W-2 and you get paid on a W-2, this is your gross before taxes. So if you make $8,000 a month, but you tell me, well, I only take home $5,600 because there's health insurance and there's Social Security and there's all the other things. What the lenders are looking at is the $8,000 a month. So in that case, it'd be $96,000 per year. Then monthly debts. This isn't, your cell phone bill and your cable bill and things like that. This is only debts that are going to show up on your credit report. Car payment, student loan payment, credit card payments, and things like that. So got a $250 a month car payment, got $100 a month in student loan payments, whatever those totals are here, you put the total of monthly debts. Now, there's advanced fields, and they default to stuff that, quite frankly, isn't that accurate. So you do want to click on the advanced fields and put in something accurate for property insurance, property taxes, mortgage insurance. In this case, if you've got great credit and 5% down, it's $50 or $60 a month in mortgage insurance. That's what PMI stands for. Property insurance on a $400,000 house in California, it's probably going to run you, well, it's probably cheaper than this. Let's call it $100 a month. Let's call it $1,200 for the year. Property taxes in California, most parts of California, it's 1.25%. So quick math on a $400,000 house, about $5,000 a year in property taxes. So this is all pretty much dialed in. Keep in mind over here, you can slide this debt to income ratio number. And some people are going to say, well, you can have a 47% debt to income ratio on the front end on an FHA loan. You can go even higher on a VA loan. Maybe it's lower on what you'd get approved eligible for on a conventional loan. But just for example purposes, let's put in 40%. I would tell you as well, shoot low, right? Say just for your own personal budget, you want your debt to income ratio to be 33% and put that in, right? But now that I think about it, I think this is calculating, because we're putting in the debts, it's calculating front and back end. So maybe we can dial it up to 45% and it would qualify. Know that if you've got 0 in your debt column, in your monthly debts, having it at 45 is not going to be eligible for some programs, because if 45% of your total debts, which is just your mortgage, is all on the front end, it might not qualify. And now I'm getting a little bit into the weeds, right? So hopefully I didn't lose people there, but put this at 40. I think that's a good place to put it, right? And so this is going to tell you, based on a $96,000 a year income, based on $350 in debts, 5% down, great credit, what today's average rate is, your max monthly payment is $2,850. What you might want to do, and I would have people do this as well, is ramp down this and get your max monthly payment to what you feel comfortable with. Because maybe you'd qualify for a $3,170 a month payment, but maybe you say, Matt, like $2,600 is kind of what I'm comfortable paying per month. And you could find that on here by moving this debt to income ratio number. So, $2,530 a month is what I'm comfortable. Okay, you're going to probably find a house in the $350 range, and make sure your debts aren't higher than this. Make sure this is your true annual income. Make sure that property insurance and taxes, something you can look up online, are accurate. Make sure PMI is accurate. As you can probably see, there's a lot that goes into this. Not to mention different loan products are going to have different debt to income ratios. Not to mention, things might change if you're buying the interest rate down to 5.75 with some seller credit, and that increases what you qualify for. I think what I've really convinced myself of by doing this whole exercise is, don't leave it to chance. Talk to somebody and get yourself pre-approved. If you really just want a general idea and you're not going to buy for 2 years, cool. If you're thinking about buying, connect with a mortgage professional you like and trust. Have them give you the real answer based on our, analysis and what we've gone through. Maybe you get paid bonus income. You didn't realize it, but you make $108,000 a month. Or maybe because of how you get paid, we can't use all that income and we have to do a 2-year average. Maybe your annual income is only $82,500. These are all things that it's really hard as the end consumer to know all this information and to know exactly what the debt to income ratios are, what the private mortgage insurance is. If you tell me, well, I've got a 727 credit score, is my mortgage insurance now $77 a month? And what does that look like? A lot of different things to look at. Debt to income ratios going to move and all that. So if you're serious about buying, talk to a mortgage professional you like and trust. We can help you. GreatMortgageBroker.com. Go fill out the form online. This hopefully gives you a little bit of guidance, right? And so poke around on here. Let us know how we can improve it. I already know I've got 3 or 4 ideas that I'm going to put in with our IT folks on how to make this better. But this is a general breakdown for the age-old question, how much do I qualify for? If you want more great mortgage info, I got 700 plus videos on this channel. Go ahead and click around as you please. Find videos here, 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 all the places. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.